Hey guys, Lotus Streams here, coming at you with another mission of the Path to Glory narrative campaign. And as you can see, Nazuroth won the last mission, is now 3 favor points in the lead, and we have 1 point for Gurax Mordegon because he lost, so he only got his 1 point for the loser, and obviously he got pretty lucky with the roll there. Alright. But before I add to the warbands, I have to roll for the Chaos Boons because I gave them a gift of mutation. I did not roll for that one yet. So let's give them their gifts real quick. That one we have to ignore, unfortunately, because they're not ready for that yet. Okay, for every Genada Witch, the enemy Psyker takes a hit. That's interesting. Alright, so let's give him that as Witch Eater. And then on the other side, what does he gain? +1 toughness, okay. He's getting ridiculous. He is already in Bank of Nurgle and on a bike, so he's now toughness 7. That is quite something. The boons will all stay permanently, because obviously permanently boons is awesome and it makes sense for these guys. And now we add to the Chaos Warband. So let's roll off first. Who's gonna roll first on the table? Got a 5 and 2. Okay, so Nazuroth is gonna take the first roll. So let's see what unit does he get. He gets a 2 on the first one, a 2 and a 1. So let's check the corresponding table. 2 and 1 on Tzeentch is cultists. Chaos cultists. Now we also have to see what kind of cultist does he get. On a 4+, it's ranged. Okay, so he gets a melee cultist squad from the Chaos Gods. So let's check it out over here. Take these guys. Obviously, they have to take the Mark of Tzeentch. And I'm thinking about giving them a Flamer also. Let's take that unit over here. And before I go into upgrades, we have to go and see what unit does Gurax get. So he rolls first, and the second, 5 and 4. Okay, so that's a very different one. So 5 and 4 is a Beast of Nurgle. Alright. So Beast of Nurgle. Right there. From the big slots. Hey, there it is. And we will see how much points can we invest both. So let me scrap my battle scribe real quick. So first of all, we switch from Death Guard to Thousand Suns. Thousand Suns cultists. Need Mark of Tzeentch, obviously. They want to have a Flamer. They can only take 1 because they're 10 at the moment. Clocking at 65. Okay. And if we go back to Beast of Nurgle is 52 points. So we gotta double that up. But up. 2 beasts in the same squad. And then we can add some cultists to the cultist squad. Let's see. We have auto pistols with autogun. Nah, we keep that. We have 104 points. Okay, we need 20 to get another flamer, so that's not gonna happen. 105, yep, that fits. So we have a cultist champion, 17 cultists, and a flamer. So cultist champion right here, a flamer, And then we have 16. 4, 8. 16 of them. Alright. So that's the addition to their warband. And Beast of Nurgle for Gurax. Alright. So that is the current standings and everything. So we now take that stuff and go over to the next mission. Next mission is gonna be in the city because we're gonna search for an artifact which is very known in the Chaos armies. It's called the Murder Sword, and the mission is gonna be to find it, because obviously the Murder Sword is gonna be a great addition to the army, and only an army that gets this mission done can actually have access to it, since it's a unusual artifact, and you can give that your second in command and also declare the other one for murder, obviously, which is great in terms of winning the missions. It's gonna be pretty simple. We both will spawn in the opposing edges here, and we'll try to find stuff in these ruins. So we count this ruin, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ruins. And we don't know which one the artifact is, but whoever controls the artifact at the end of the game is gonna get the access to it and also gonna get the favor points, obviously. So the location is random, and every time you touch the terrain with a unit, you can declare no shooting or running instead and try to search the ruin, and then you make initiative test and you can grab it. Alright, so pretty straightforward. And obviously, as soon as the artifact is found, fighting is allowed. Everything can fight, no problem. And if there's plenty of units around the artifact next time, simply like the mission relic, the one with the most points around it will win the mission in that case. Alright, so let's deploy them. The armies will come in from the board here, so we don't have to go for deployment. We just have to see how the stuff is going down. So first of all, let's roll for night fighting. It's gonna be in effect, so we both try to find the artifact at night when the other one can't see it, and they both had the same idea at the same time, which obviously is conflict. Alright, and then who has the first turn here? It's gonna be Nurgle having the first turn, and who chooses the side? That's gonna be Zinj. So let's see. I mean, I think this side is easier to do because it has the building right away. No, I'm thinking this one here is for Nazuroth. Alright, so Gurax is gonna deploy first, or have the first turn. He's gonna join his raptors. Where is he? That's the question, because if I split up, I get more chances to search, but if I find it, obviously I'll lose the artifact faster. I'm thinking not joining anything this time. I'm just gonna try to go ahead and drive up the board with him. Alright, so Gurax is gonna start the movement. He's gonna drive up to here with his bike. The Furies will turn and fly in from here. Well, they can't just make it across the wall, so they're gonna stop a little bit in front. And the raptors will still follow him. I think I'm gonna put them way over here on this side for now, just to assist the approach here. So right there, I'm not in range of taking any objectives yet or searching the building because obviously I'm too far away. so I'll run them as soon as I'm done. And then I have the Beast of Nurgle. They will run down the middle as well. Since they're beast, they ignore terrain for that matter. I'm just going over here. And that is their deployment. Alright, so in the shooting phase, he's going to turbo boost towards that ruin. But obviously he can't check it yet. The Beast of Nurgle cannot run, because they are Demons of Nurgle. Same for the Furies, but the Raptors can run, and they will try to do so. So let's see it. Solid 6 inches, that's good. Right here. And the rest will go over there. Alright. So pretty uneventful turn. Can't check it because I already ran in the shooting phase and I have to do that instead. And then Tzeentch is gonna have his turn. Now obviously the cultists will go ahead and search that ruin since they are the slowest anyway. Might as well use them for something, right? They will not enter the ruin though because I just have to be in base contact. So they'll march on from here. And obviously the champion and the flame are in the back so they don't die immediately as soon as something looks at them. But not too worried yet because we don't know where the artifact is, so should not be an issue right now. Alright, so they're still in the deployment zone, that's fine. And they are ready to search in the upcoming phase. Now Nazuroth and the Screamers will simply go for a boost forward. 12 inches to here for him, and the Screamers will do the same on the other side. So exactly to the edge of the building here. And then I'll turbo boost them ahead so they can scout the further away point. And that is it for movement. Alright, so Psychic is in effect, but I don't think I have to do anything. I could cast some Psychic powers on the beasts here, but it's more likely to hurt me with a peril than hurt them, I believe, because it's Smite and it doesn't have much range and it doesn't ignore cover. So I'm not going to do it. So skipping Psychic for now, and then we go to the shooting phase. So the cultist will try to search the ruin. Let's see if they pass the initiative test, initiative 3, and they fail. So they have to stay another round and check again. Alright, so he's gonna turbo boost. He can't make it up there, so he's just gonna stay right there. Since he's a jet bike, he should be able to do that. Let me check real quick. But I believe you can go 18 or something, since it's a jet bike, not an Elder jet bike. And the Screamers will attempt the same, but they will obviously check out another. Alright, so turbo boosting jet bikes 24. Okay, easy peasy. He's not gonna go further than that though, because he obviously wants that ruin anyway. And then this here will go 24 inches towards that ruin. Alright. So in terms of mobility, they got a big advantage here over Nurgle, obviously. But we will see. It's still random where the relic is, so they don't know yet where it is. Okay. That is it for the shooting. No assault. And then we go to Nurgle turn 2. Alright. Beginning Nurgle turn 2, the Raptors will obviously move on. Because they don't have to check that out. They can let the Furies do that. The first one is fine, and then we have 3 other Raptors here. All fine, so no dangerous terrain. The Beast of Nurgle All that stuff I'll do later. I'll see, can I reach? I can just barely reach this ruin, so Beast of Nurgle might be able to reach here. No, they can't. So they can't take that this turn. So Gurax is gonna drive into the river instead. Still in base contact with the ruin. Oh, he has to take a dangerous terrain. He's fine. And the beast will move up. Alright. The Furies will not enter the ruin because they don't want to die, and they die rather quickly due to dangerous terrain. But obviously they will still try to move as quick as possible. And as safe as possible. Alright, so they're still in base contact with that rune, I can check it out. And we go to the shooting phase. So first of all, Gurox is gonna make his initiative test. He's initiative 4. And he fails, god damn it. And then initiative test on the Furies. Initiative 4, they make it. And is the artifact in here or is it not? Get a 3 and a 4, so it's not in here. Let's put a dice on it so we know that it is not in here. And we can advance with the raptors as well. Gonna run them. 6 inches again. Okay, these guys are rather quick today. They are excited. Alright. So keeping them up here, not in the river, so they don't take any terrain. And that is it, Nurgle turn 2. So checked one building, no murder sword there, but didn't manage to check this one, so I have to continue there. And then we go to the next one. Alright, so the Screamers will move up 12 inches towards here exactly, so they can check that rune. Nazuroth is already in base contact, but I guess he can gain some movement as well, because it might be in here or here, and he has to be quick to check it out. He's gonna jump into the terrain here. Okay, so taking a dangerous terrain test there. He's fine. And the cultists will also advance, since they are pretty slow anyway. Might as well at least move a tad over here. And that is it. Now this time I think I want to do a psychic phase because he is within charge range for sure. So let's see how many dice Nazuroth gets. He gains 2 plus 3, and then we see if he can get something off. So he probably wants to get off. I mean, it doesn't make much sense, does it? Toughness doesn't help him against poison shred. So probably going in for endurance here, because endurance will help him out with the Pheno Pain for sure, and the Eternal Warrior is also not bad. So let's see. Endurance requires a bunch of charges, so I'm gonna try with 5 because it's warp shot 2, and I barely get it off. Let's see if they can deny. Oh, barely, but no deny, so he has endurance off, and we can. I think we have an endurance marker, do we? Yes, we have. Wow. Okay, so that's the first time actually using a real marker here. So we know he is enduranced up this turn. And there we go. Greetings back to you, Quaid, from Germany. Alright. Searching the building next. The Screamers, initiative 4. They pass. Is it in the building? Oh yeah, wait a second. This is the first one, 2-6. Nope, it's not in the building. And the cultists will do the initiative test again. Initiative 3, so they don't pass. And then on Nazuroth, who is initiative 5, so he's pretty likely to pass it. Yeah, he does pass it. Is it in the building? First die, second die. No, is it not? It is not. Whoa, stay here. All right. Um, so we have a 1 on here. Come on. And 1 on here. Alright, so it's narrowed down. There's these two buildings. There's this building, and this one, and this one. So far, not very clear. It would be really troll if it was over there, because then everything has to run back again. But I don't know either, so we will see how it's gonna go. Alright, so that's turn 2. Turn 3, I guess Gorax has to stay here. He doesn't have force on. I'm thinking about charging him, because now he's not as strong as he usually is. However, he still has that freaking AP2 staff, so he can damage me. I'm thinking about taking the risk here. I think that's a pretty good idea. Because we already know that there's nothing here, so if it's over here, he can't join the fight. So I'm gonna go over there. I take a dangerous terrain. I fail my armor save. And I do not pass my Pheno Pain. Feels bad, man. He's down to 3 wounds. All the toughness doesn't help you against that, because he drove through the river. Alright, so he's in range there. The Beast of Nurgle is simply gonna skitter over here. So they're in base contact with the building still. Chaos Raptors will jump on the building, I guess. Because it's on their way to the next building anyway. And then they will fall over. Like so. This guy has to take a dangerous, the rest does not, because it's an open terrain, and he's fine. The Furies can also advance, I guess. I mean, the Furies could try to take this one, and the Beast of Nurgle can try to help him out, but it's a little bit too much of a charge, I think, and their combat abilities are not as good, I think. I think they should be searching still. Let's see where the Furies can go. Now we could try to engage the cultists over there. With a 6-inch charge. I mean, there is something to be discovered here. I think I'm gonna go for it. I think the Furies don't have anything else to do this turn, so I'm gonna jump them there 12 inches. And in theory, they should be able to overpower a few cultists before everything happens, so they don't lose their combat and then they don't die due to instability. So that should be fine. Alright, so Psychic is non-existent, so skipping Psychic. But do not skip the shooting, because we have Beast of Nurgle here taking out the building. I think they're initiative is 3. Might be even 4. Let's check it. Beast of Nurgle is initiative 2. Okay, so it's a standard demon of Nurgle, basically. So very, very slow, so maybe not such a good idea, because it takes ages for them to take that out. Okay. Then the Raptors will try. Initiative 3. They pass their test. So is it in here? That's a 6. And that's a 6. That is the Murder Sword. Alright, so the Murder Sword is in this one here. I'll get a marker of some sort to check it out. And get a marker light. So somebody can pick it up, just like the relic is. And we will keep it covered. Alright. Now the rules are pretty clear. You can move the relic. You can also run and everything, but you cannot leave the board. So they can try to hide, but it doesn't really help them out. Then over here, these guys cannot run. Obviously, he's going to open fire into him with his twinning bolt gun on the bike. Twinning. 2 hits. And no wounds. Okay. What did he get? Oh yeah, he got the Deny of the Witch thing. Right, right. So not really useful with that. The rest of the army doesn't have anything to do, so we can go into the assault phase next. So he's gonna assault him. He's gonna overwatch with his Inferno pistol, and he misses. Charge distance is in 10 inches. Boop. And he also gets a dangerous terrain, which he passes. Alright. So river is not as dangerous as it was before. Then over here we're gonna charge with the Furies. That's 6 inches for now. But the Chaos Cultists get to Overwatch, and we have a whole bunch of shots here. We have one Flamer and 17 Cultists, including the Champion. So that's 6, 12, 18, 17, and a Flamer. Alright, how much does a Flamer get? 1 auto hit, not as good. And not even a wound because they're toughness 4 due to... Actually, no, that is a wound because they're not toughness 4 because they're Demon of Nurgle. There we go. So still toughness 3, so they make the M1 save. And then these guys here hitting on 6s, since it's Overwatch. Wow, 1 single 6 and no wound. Alright, so 6-inch charge for the Furies here. And they don't make it. Okay, that is actually pretty big because the cultists get the counter charge here. And I don't believe the Chaos Furies have anything to help them out here. They're just demons of Nurgle in this case, and that means they have blight grenades and everything, but nothing else. Defensive grenades, not blight grenades. Alright, so that one failed, that one made it, and the rest doesn't have to charge. So he does get his Hammer of Wrath, doesn't wound him, obviously then a challenge, as always. And Nazuroth goes first because he is initiative 5. And the Chaos Lord would be initiative 5, but since he is part of the Death Guard, he is 1 initiative down here. So we have 4 attacks from him. And hitting him on 4s because he's weapon skill 5 only. Yep, that's right. And wounding him on 4s because they are both leadership 10, and you wound against leadership with the staff, and that is 2 wounds AP 2. So he does get his invuln saves, which he passes, and he gains his attacks back. Oh yeah, wait a second, before we do that, there we go. I should have rolled the Demon Blade before that, because if not, he would have been weapon skill 1. But he does get his normal attacks with the Demon Blade, so we have 2 extra attacks, 3 base, 2 close combat weapons, and obviously he's going to go for Demon Weapon here, because the other one doesn't make much sense. Alright. He also gets a charge bonus, and that is his attacks. So hitting on 3s. Oh yeah, by the way, I dropped the comment for me on both of them just because it's too much to remember. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference anyway, so makes sense. Right. And wounding him on 4s with Shred, because it's poisoned. Yep. So turns out Shred and Poison is pretty nice. It's all AP 3, but doesn't matter because Nazuroth has a 3+ anyway. Ooh, and he fails 2 armor saves right there. Or invuln saves in this case from his Mark of Zinj, and he goes down to 1. Alright, he is fearless though, so we're not running away here. But he is pretty hurt there. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot for him to completely. I think the staff is a demon weapon as well, isn't it? Okay, let's redo that real quick. Ooh, 6 attacks addition. Okay, let's play this game again. So, he does have a demon weapon. I completely forgot why this artifact is so good. He does have a 4 staff, of course, but why would he use that? He was gonna use the Seer's Bane, as I already mentioned, and it has Bane of Wisdom and demon weapon. Okay. So, hitting on 4s again. There we go, already 3 additional hits. And wounding him on 4s again. That's 2 wounds. 4 plus Sigil of Corruption. Oh, failed. And Fear No Pain. And 1 Fear No Pain made. Alright, so in the end he also bleeds a wound, but still he's on 1 wound. So if he doesn't kill him next turn, he's gonna have some trouble. Alright, we can remove the dice here for now. And let's go into Tzeentch, turn 3. Tzeentch turn 3, obviously the cultist will try to get the flamer to work here. So cultist going over here. And then the flamer is gonna move up. Trying to toast some furies here. And then the rest is gonna shimmy over. And try to show them who's the superior cheap choice in this matchup. Alright, they have also a 6 plus immune saves now because they have the Mark of Tzeentch. Whoa! Against AP dash attacks, so that's useful, I guess? Nah, it's not, but let's see what the Screamers can do. Screamers obviously have to engage the Raptors. The only problem is the Raptors are a little bit stronger than them in close combat, so do I go for the Slasher attacks? Because the Slasher attacks are only strength 4, but if I turbo boost over them, I get some free hits, I guess. Or do I try to overwhelm the Beast of Nurgle this turn? Because they will countercharge here due to Attention Seeker. I mean, the Beast of Nurgle have demonic instability as well, so if I can charge them, they are at a big disadvantage here. I think we should do that, yeah. Okay, so let's risk it. So the Screamers are flying backwards into this direction, and they could also help him out, but he's toughness 7, so it's kind of hard to kill him. Beast of Nurgle, much easier to kill. They're only toughness 5, and in addition to that, I get the charge bonus. But we still have to take dangerous terrain here. So we have 7 Screamers, and that actually hurts demons a lot. Oh, 1 failed. Nah, 1 in, 1 save. Easy peasy. Okay, so nothing happens to them. And Cultist already ran. He is in close combat. Let's go. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna pull out the Flamer, as always. See how much hits we get here. Cultist Flamer hits like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Due to the wings, it's kind of hard to see, but that's okay, but that's why we have shadows. So 8 of them getting wounded on 3s. That didn't matter much anyway. And ignores cover, so no shrouded, just the in-1 save. That hurt a lot. So that's 5 Furies going down in flames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go with the rest of the auto pistols. I can also... Nah, let's not do that. So let's just go with the auto pistols. So we have 5, 15, 17 shots with the pistols. Pew pew. Hitting on 4s. Pretty decent actually. And wounding on 4s. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's cultist shooting, but I mean, Furies are pretty squishy, so that's the big downside there. But against these kind of attacks, they have one big advantage. If there's anything here shooting through cover, they would get a cover save. Unfortunately, there's no cover save here. Okay, so just 5 ups. 4 more Furies die. And that is probably gonna be them as soon as they get charged. But we'll see. They don't have to take more leadership tests though, because they are demonic unstable, and that's it. And that is it for shooting, I guess. Oh yeah, I skipped the psychic again. Whoops. So psychic. One charge for Nazuroth. That's actually not bad necessarily, since there's less to deny. I think he's gonna go for force because that cancels out his. See, he's an Eternal Warrior and it cancels out the Pain. I think that's the best idea here. Alright, so let's see it. Force goes off with 2, so it's undeniable. And that is probably the end of Gurax this turn. We'll see. So going back to shooting now and the shooting phase, now back to the assault phase. So assault phase here, the Screamers will assault the Beast of Nurgle and they can't overwatch because they don't have any shooting weapons. So distance, 7 inches is totally fine. So we go here and here and here. And the rest is gonna pile in as well. And they also take their dangerous terrain again because it's a different phase and you have to take it every time. So dangerous. One failed. Armor save or invuln save? No. So randomly until this guy takes a wound and they are in close combat. They don't get their additional attacks though because they lose it due to the defensive grenades on the Beast of Nurgle and also the initiative because they don't have assault grenades and that sucks for demons always. Alright, so first of all we have to see with the Beast of Nurgle how much attacks do they gain because they have random attacks just like the Chaos Spawns. D6 plus 1. So they have 4 attacks each. Alright, so I believe their weapon skill is the same. It's weapon skill 3 versus weapon skill 3. Yeah, same idea here. Alright, so their initiative 2, so they're going first. Don't have to pie in, obviously. And hitting on force. Oh, that doesn't look like a 4. And wounding on force as well, because their base strength is just 4, I believe, and their poison 4 plus. Yep. So that doesn't do anything because the Screamers are also in toughness 4, obviously. One wound with a demon save, which is rerollable because it's a Zinj save, and it still takes 1. So one Screamer takes 1 wound, but that was actually pretty nice. So now they pie in at initiative 1. Piling around and around and around. They are obviously all in. They still have their 7 buddies left, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Times 3, because they have 3 basic attacks. Pretty nice. And they are hitting on force. That's the cocked one. Not too good. But not too bad either, since they only lost 1 wound so far. However, they need 5s to wound the Beast of Nurgle here, so that's 2 wounds so far. 2 wounds, because they have toughness 5. And they get their demon saves. Alright, so 1 wound exactly, so exactly nothing happens, because demonic instability doesn't kick in. And they did the same damage. Dangerous terrain doesn't get accounted for, so still in combat here. The only downside is the Beast of Nurgle obviously have It Will Not Die, so might be possible that they gain their wounds back at some point, and that will hurt the Screamers, but for now they're just locked in combat. Alright, and then the big one over here. Let's see the Demon Blade of Nazuroth first. Does it activate? Yes, it does, but it's pretty low. And the other Demon Blade also works. Okay, so far everything is fine. Nazuroth gets his 2 additional attacks, and he has 1, 2, 3 base, 2 close combat weapons. And now comes the big part. He has to hit. Oh, only 2 hits. Okay. But 1 hit would be enough to kill him outright. So let's see it. Wounding on force. That is 2 wounds. Alright, so he has to make both in 1 saves here. Otherwise, he is instant killed because he does have force active. That cancels out Feel No Pain and that takes away his entire wound pool. Alright, let's see it. 4 plus. Nice. Alright, the Sigil of Corruption holds no problem. We have 4 attacks from his Demon Blade, 3 attacks base, plus 1 close combat weapon, hitting on 3s with weapon skill 6. That's a cocked one, but very good roll, disregardless. Yep. That is 6 hits on him. Wounding him on force, because he's has poison. And rerolling everything due to shred from the mutation he get. And that is probably Nazuroth dead. Let's see it. In 1 save 3 plus, he is dead. Can't reroll once since he is not a Demon of Zinj, he has the Mark of Zinj. So Nazuroth is killed once again. Alright, that means we get to roll on the Chaos Boom table. And we get to roll twice because we killed him personally. Witch Eater again and Hatred. So Hatred is actually really good, and Witch Eater is, if you deny the witch, against better. But I mean, why not? So Witch Eater and Hatred. So Hatred, Shred, Poison, Demon Weapon. That's pretty scary actually. And he also gets to consolidate. 4 inches. Alright, so let's turn around and help them out in this combat, because once the Screamers lose combat, they will have huge problems the next turn. Yeah, sure, I can do a list from the FAO. That's pretty easy. You have seen me playing some lists from there as well, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that they used, like the Magnus list I played last time was the same. But I can do it, sure. Alright, now I completely forgot to do the charge here. Did they even do the charge? No, they did not. Okay, so let's charge the cultists here real quick, because we don't have any Overwatch. 5 inches should be enough. Yep. So that's 4 inches and then the rest. 5 inches to here. And this guy was just locked down. There we go. And the Furies go first at initiative 4. Because they're actually not that slow. So piling in 3 inches. Like so. Unfortunately, they only have 1 basic attack, so that's 4 attacks on the cultists. Hitting them on force, because they both have weapon skill 3. And wounding them on 3s. So it's 2 wounds on the cultist squad, and we have 6 up saves. Easy peasy, wave made 1, and then 1 cultist bites the dust. Alright. At initiative 3, they all get to pie in. Pie in, pie in, pie in. Like so. And they gain all their attacks. Now we have 2 basic attacks on them because they have a close combat weapon, but no additional attacks from charging. And we have 1 guy with a flamer and 1 guy with who's a champion. So that cancels each other out, and they gain 2 attacks on each of these guys, since the cultist champion has 2 basic attacks. Does he? No, he does not. Okay, interesting. So we have 1 less. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 cultists and a champ. And in addition to this, we have that twice, -1 because of the flamer. Right. So hitting on force again. They have to take a fear tech low. Oh, I forgot that. 7 is fine, I believe. Quarter champion is leadership 8. Yep, sure. I'm not sure if Thousand Sons have anything going for them here, because I know they have fear, but it doesn't do anything, and they also obviously have Blessing of Tzeentch, but who cares? By the way, Blessing of Tzeentch would not have affected him here, because the Mark of Tzeentch only works to a 3+, unfortunately. Alright, so hinting on force, because we're not scared of those Furies here. We don't care. Yeah, looks below average, I think. That's a cooked one again. Yeah, not really good. But nevertheless, we wound on force, so it should be enough. I mean, it's only a few Furies left. Let's see. So I have 3. Yeah, it's way better wounding. Looks like they are all dead. So I have 5, 9. 5+. Nope. They are all dead. I don't think they get to try to revive now. I never looked that up actually, because they have demonic instability, but I'm not sure if that kicks in and if they are dying. So let's check the rubric quick here, just because I'm curious how it actually is supposed to be played. Flesh Hounds. Okay, there we go. When a unit loses an assault, it must take a demonic instability test at the check morale step of the fight subphase. Unit takes a leadership test, blah blah blah. I'm not sure if that applies because obviously they are all dead. And I don't think you take any test after that since they're already toast anyway. So I'm gonna remove them, but I'll have to see and look into the main rulebook. Alright, so they're wiped and we consolidate with the Quitter Squad. 5 inches. Alright, that's gonna be a big mob over there. Big mob fight. And see if we can make it. Alright. So the Raptors obviously are no sissies. They will try to fight anyway. Turn 4 Nurgle here. Maybe they can do this with an overwhelming victory. They will jump down here, but they will not jump into terrain. Simply because they don't want to trip and fall over or something silly. He can't balance here. So we just group them up as close as I can. The Murder Sword is obviously still on that guy here in the middle. And they take it with them. Alright. So let's see. Can we range cultists? We can't. So I'm just going to ignore them. Because why would I care? And we can deal with the Screamers with their instability. It should take them out just easily. And then the Beast of Nurgle don't have to worry about getting annihilated if they roll badly on it. Alright, so shooting, I mean, Gorax obviously can also move. I'm just going to move him once here so he doesn't take too dangerous terrains, by the way. Because now he only takes this one. And he should be fine. Actually, we can try to charge him into the cultists. Because the cultists are strength 3 and he's toughness 7. So they can't even hurt him. So if he makes that, they are going to be screwed. The only thing that can hurt them in this squad is the Flamer Overwatch. Because of his ridiculous amount of stuff he has. He also can take a challenge here against the cultist leader. So that's pretty nice too. Always nice for Path to Glory to get some stuff going there. Alright, so shooting phase, he's gonna rapid fire into the cultists. That's one guy with a invuln save, which he doesn't pass. So that's one cultist splat. And Other than that, no shooting because these guys are already in close combat, so we have to charge here. So charging with the raptors. 4 inches, so not really that far. Still have to go into terrain with this guy here, so he tries to pie in over there. He tries to pie in here. Here. This guy also has to go down. This guy doesn't have to, and this guy doesn't have to either. Okay, so 3 dangerous terrains. This guy is on the edge here, obviously. So into the river we go, and we're totally fine. All right. Okay, the sword, and then over here we're gonna attack. No, they're gonna make it count and do that flamer. Overwatch. Okay, we can do it. 6 is to wound. Hey, there is 1 wound. 3+ armor save. Nice. And Pheno Pain. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so he doesn't take a wound, but I mean he had 2 left anyway. They should have done 2 6s there. Okay, I believe he is in. He is totally, so he's gonna crash right there. And these guys are already locked, so that's all we can do. Alright, he has to issue a challenge, and the champion has to accept. Where is my champion? Did I already remove him? There should be a champion in there. I'm not sure where he is, but he is gonna take the challenge. So, Hammer of Wrath on him, wounds him, 6 up. He makes it. Nice. 6 up in 1 save for the win. Alright, Demon Sword. He is weapon skill 1, so they get to hit him on 3s. And he doesn't get any additional attacks. Okay, that's cool. So, he still gets to go first because he's initiative 3. So he gains 3 basic attacks, 4 for close combat weapons, 5 for charging, 0 for his demon blade because it failed, because he got too greedy. He's hitting on 5, so 0 hits, and he's re-rolling because of hatred from his boon. That's 1 hit on the cultist squad, and a 6 up. Nope. So the champion is slain in close combat actually, and we get to roll on the boon table. Alright, so we can keep these out because you can't have the same boon multiple times, as I already mentioned. Pheno Pain, he also already has that, so it's redundant, but he still has to keep it. So mix those back into the mix, but it doesn't have any effect on him since he has it. Okay. So now the cultists get to pie in and do a whole lot of nothing. Because they can only hurt toughness 6 with their strength 3 attacks. And the flamer doesn't want to pie in. Alright. They lose combat by 2. No, by 1, because he failed his he made his in-1 save, so they lose combat by 1. But their cultist champion is dead. Leadership 7, I think, is not enough because the most important guy died. Let's check it. I've never played with Chaos Cultists, I just realized. Yeah, their leadership 7 by default, so they lose by 1, goes down to 6, and that means they run. Alright, do they make it away? Chaos Lord has 1 initiative more. Yeah, he overruns them and they get wiped. Alright, consolidating the Lord, 1 inch. Alright, Gurax is doing very well here. Now we go over to here. We have 2 Hammer of Wrath hits. Actually, we have 3 Hammer of Wrath hits because he should be in base contact. And wounding them on force, nothing. And then we have to roll for everything else. So the raptors are fearless, I believe. Let's check the rules real quick before I do it wrong. Death Guard is fearless, yep. I don't have anything on them. Also relentless and so on, but we can't make use of that at the moment. But we don't have to take any fear checks from fighting demons here, so they're fine. They are slow though, and the Nurgle beasts are also slow. I think I'll still attack the Nurgle Beast to try to win close combat with as much as I can. Since these guys have the Mark of Nurgle, they're toughness 5 again. And they also have armor saves, so that doesn't really help me. And I don't want to substitute all of my attacks, really. So let's go with the Screamers at initiative 4. So we have 3 Screamers that have to attack the Raptors. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 attacks. Alright, hitting on 4s. Not bad. And wounding on 5s. Nothing. That's exactly why I said so. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the Beast of Nurgle. So that's 3 attacks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is what you call a fail. Let's just take the stuff that actually hits them, because they still had hit on 4s here, since the beast have the same weapon skill. At least they dealt 3 wounds. That's good. We have to do. Ooh, demon saves. 3 of them failed, so that means this beast of Nurgle takes 3 wounds to the face. That's gonna help for combat resolution a lot. And then we go to initiative step 3 with the raptors. Alright, so piling in again. So piling in a little bit here. Piling in a little bit here. This guy's already piled in basically. Piling in here. No, it's just pile over here instead. Because they're in base contact, they can move as they like. Alright. So we have Furious Charge at the moment, because we have the icon still. We have 2 attacks, 3 attacks for charging, and 4 attacks on the champion. And the amount of raptors is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 raptors. And we have flamers on them. Do they lose their close combat weapon if they take the melter guns? That looks like a no to me. Okay, interesting. I thought they lose their weapon, but it doesn't say so in Battlescribe at least. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I just checked Battlescribe just now. It's a 6. Oh, there was a 6. All right. Hitting on 3s here because their weapons get higher. Not bad. And wounding on 3s due to Furious Charge. Also pretty good. All right. So Raptor's doing a good number here. We have 5 up demon saves. Ooh, that is 4 failed so far, but the rest is 1, so they get to reroll this. Still pretty bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then they also let's write that down real quick. So it's 3 to 6 at the moment. So they win by 3, and then the chaos spawn, the Beast of Nurgle gets D3, D6 attacks plus 1, hitting on 4s, statistical, and wounding on 4s, 3 wounds, with 5 up demon saves, and a 1, reroll. Nah, that's 2 more, so they lose combat by 5 now, and we take 1 Screamer off the board. Because we can't split the wounds between individual models, that doesn't work. Okay, So they lose combat by 5, so leadership is down to double ones to get everything back. And they fail by 4. So they take 4 additional wounds from demonic instability. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they become fearless and we pie in as much as we can. This guy can't pie in anymore. This guy can pie in. He can't. No, they just stay where they are. They are fine. Alright. But I think it's fair to call game here because the Screamers can't escape the combat. The spawns don't get anything back. The beast. I keep calling them spawns, but they're beasts. Look at them. Right there. So nothing here, but we can still call a game because obviously they can't control the Murder Sword at all because they don't have enough here. And the only hope that they have was a Cultist Blob, but the Cultist Blob got mopped up by Guroks pretty badly. And I don't think they have anything else on them. Alright, so that leaves Guroks the victor of this game. That means he gains D3 favor points, and Nazuroth gains 1. So let's see how many favor points does he gain. 2 of them. So if we go back to the map, let's actually go back to the map. Loading 2 bazillion models. No, doesn't say so, but doesn't matter. We know they had, from last game, we had 4 now in total for the Thousand Suns, and then 2 additional here. So we have 3 for Nurgle. So the score is 4-3 in terms of mission points. And obviously he got a bunch of more nice new stuff. But in terms of army, the cultists obviously didn't cut it very well. However, they beat the Furies. I think the major point here is the Raptors deal a lot of damage. And obviously the Chaos Lord himself is really nasty because of the amount of text that he gains. But I completely forgot last time about demon weapons, so that is my bad. In this case, we know Nazuroth has better stats than that. And he should have had some more attacks in the first game here. So what we have is Shred, Stubborn, +1 Toughness, Witch Eater, and Hatred for him. So he's pretty beasty now. He's also really good with the Raptors because he transfers Hatred to them too. And Azuroth so far only has Witch Eater, which is pretty much like meh. Because I don't have any Psychic yet. I might get it, but not yet. And the point is, if you can't deny anything, that doesn't do much. All right. So I'm gonna do the next mission probably tomorrow, some kind. Yeah, probably I will do, and then we'll see who gets more favor points. The only problem is with these guys that in terms of points they're close, but their combat abilities are not as good. But remember, these all of this is randomly decided. So the Beast of Nurgle didn't do much either this game. It's more about the Lords doing the work and all that stuff. But we'll see. Maybe they can get something else. And also in addition, since they have the Furies, Raptors, and the Beast of Nurgle, they can now start rolling on the vehicle table and also on the commander table if they want to. Also another option that enables here is they can choose to upgrade the units. So they can basically say, okay, I'm not going to choose a new unit. I'm instead going to upgrade the existing unit and basically give them more Raptors, for example. I can make a big Raptor Death Star if I want to, instead of adding new units. Now the downside is in bigger missions where they can get locked up, they fail more, but on the other hand, they're fairly decent in combat, and they can pull off these big objective games much more easily. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. It was a quick mission this time, but that always happens. And the Murder Sword is now available if they choose to get a commander, you can take that on a secondary HQ. Other than that, Chaos Artifacts cannot be taken unless the mission gives them the specialty to do so. And we will see if he chooses so, because the Murder Sword is rather expensive, but it's going to be very, very powerful against Nazuroth, for example, because it has instant death against a certain character, and obviously that is going to be him, most likely. So it can be very powerful in this little battle between them and take them out. But for now, he's going to lick his wounds, and we see what he can do. Alright, so happy wargaming, and see you guys next time around.